Week 7 of the NFL season is in the books. We had another great week of ball. Let's recap everything that happened. We're going to start off with my official record. We had another good week. Another good week in the NFL. I went 4-3, up 2.12 units. Luckily, we hit on two pretty juicy underdogs. Bengals were my winners, I should say. Were Bengals, Colts, Cowboys, Seahawks, Colts and Cowboys being the juicy plus money dogs. And the losses were the Jaguars, Titans, and Falcons. We're going to talk about that bullshit. My overall record is 22 wins, 23 losses, and 1 push. And we are only down 1.71 units. There's been a switch in the NFL and college. I'm high in the NFL, I'm getting colder in college. But fuck it, as long as I finish positive for both, that's all that fucking matters. Let's recap everything that happened. We start off with Thursday Night Football, arguably the best game of the week. The Unk Bowl, the fucking retirement home bowl. Rodgers and Sleepy Joe Flacco slinging the rock back and forth, ultimately with the Bengals coming out on top. Even though the Steelers started out pretty strong, Bengals ended up finding their rhythm and never looked back. And even then, by the way, after, this bullshit ass fucking camera went out, and I hope it wasn't for a long time. I mean, I only did the intro. Whatever, you guys can see me. You can imagine my face if it's blurry. Yeah, so they were slinging it back and forth. And even then, the fucking Bengals managed to stay resilient and win the game because Steelers ended up taking a lead here and Bengals had to drive down the field to win the game. Sleepy Joe Flacco was the MVP of this game. Sleepy Joe Flacco was the storyline of this game. Steelers played great football, but the defense ultimately fell short for them. Besides that, offensively, they actually played very, very well. The tight ends were murdering for the Steelers. Freiermuth was balling. Rodgers was making good throws as well, even though I hate his bitch ass. Bengals are the story. I have to talk about the Bengals. This is unbelievable. Sleepy Joe Flacco is a god. He is immortal. He's 40 years old and still slinging the rock. These debates about if he's elite or not have to be put to bed. The man is elite. He's been elite since he won that Super Bowl. He keeps doing the impossible. And in addition to Sleepy Joe Flacco, the man who carried Sleepy Joe Flacco, Jamar Chase. Their strategy is simple. Just get the ball to Jamar Chase. This man was wide open every time. And part of it was his unbelievable route running, and the other part is the Steelers' defense was just sleeping. Overall, fantastic game. I cashed on the Bengals. I wish I took the money line as well, but fuck it. I'll take them on the spread. I was pretty confident. Another Thursday night division showdown, which the underdog comes out on top. It's been like 3 straight weeks now. Just bet the underdog on Thursday night, I guess. Big win. Big win for the Bengals to get back on track, even though they have a very tough matchup this week. If you know, you know. Steelers, they played well. I still think Steelers are a bit overrated. They're going to play better teams and they're going to struggle. But clearly offensively, they're there. Or it could be just the fact that Bengals' defense is just dog shit. It's tough to say. This Steelers team is so unclear. I can't tell if they're fucking horrible or they're really good. It's too difficult to tell. I'm going to say they're middle of the road right now. But we have to see them against higher levels of competition to fully assess them. Next game, we have a London game. If I'm not mistaken, the final London game of this season. It was dog shit. Sorry to London. Sorry to Europe. Sorry to everybody that watched this, including myself. Rams put belt to ass on the Jaguars. I actually bet on the fucking Jaguars. I can't fucking believe I woke up that morning and said, you know what? I'm going to put my hard-earned money on the Jacksonville Jaguars. They fucking suck. Trevor Lawrence can't make a goddamn throw. He can't make a goddamn throw to save his life. He is so fucking overrated. He's trash. The decision-making, in addition to Trevor Lawrence being a bum, is horrific. Why do they keep going for it? There's so many instances where they went for it. They had left at least like 12 points, 9 points on the board by going for it instead of kicking the field goal. Not that it would have mattered, but maybe that would have helped the momentum of the team. Maybe that would have changed the trajectory of the game. This way, every time the Jaguars drove down the field, they ended up failing to convert on 4th down. Rams get the ball, Rams score, and continue to run up the score. All in all, this was never a game. It was never close. Rams were ahead from the beginning, dominated full on, full through. Jaguars suck, bro. Jaguars are so fucking overrated. This is the Colts division and they're fucking running away with it. The Jaguars are bums, bro. They beat the fucking shit teams and they can't beat higher levels of competition. As for the Rams, I'm shocked they played this well considering they were the Los Angeles team, even though they did stay in Baltimore and clearly that strategy worked. So expect more West Coast teams to implement that strategy. Nevertheless, though, Rams balled. They looked fantastic out there. Mind you, they were without Puka. It wasn't even like they were fully healthy. Puka was out. It was Devontae's show. I think he had a bunch of tuds. I don't even know how many he had, 2 or 3. Balling. Stafford continues the ageless wonder. We talk about Flacco. Stafford is a killer. This man just never regresses, ever. Continues to just ball out every year. Thank God he's on the Rams and not on the Lions anymore, because he deserves all the recognition he's been getting ever since he got traded to the Rams and won that Super Bowl. Big win for the Rams. Jaguars stay trash. Next game, we have the New England Patriots versus the Tennessee Titans. This was fucking bullshit. Every fucking time I bet on this fucking Titans team, they sell so fucking hard. This game was never really close, and Patriots always had their foot on the gas the entirety of the way through. But I just feel like, in all honesty, the moment that changed this game, and I knew Titans had no chance of covering after that, was the fumble. Patriots go down, score a touchdown. They were up, they had a lead, but not like a significant lead. It was still within striking distance, especially for the spread. And right after that, like literally right after the Patriots score the tud, Cam Ward does his best Will Levis impression. I guess he wanted to be a meme as well, and fucking fumbles the ball by not even fumbling it. It just slips out of his hand backwards. It's embarrassing. It's like a Jameis Winston in that college football semifinal. Way back when. It's been like 10 years since that happened. But if you know, you know. If not, Google it. But yeah, atrocious fumble leads right to an easy Patriots walk-in touchdown. After that, Titans were completely demoralized. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I take the Titans. I say I'm going to stop, and I never stop. I said I'm going to do it. I said I'm going to stop with the Raiders, and I stopped with the Raiders. Thank God. We'll talk about that game. But the fucking Titans they lure me in. And it's this appeal of, the interim head coach. You get the boost. Google the stats. The numbers don't lie. And the numbers said take the Titans because the interim head coach gives them a boost. But clearly the numbers do lie, and they lied right to my face. And that's what I get for betting on fucking Tennessee. Thank God I finished up for the week. But fucking Titans, bro. Fucking Titans. As for the Patriots, very good team. They continue to win on a huge winning streak now. Drake May, this guy's ball placement is insane. There are these points where he puts the ball right on the money. This dude is a stud. Real stud. Patriots are so fucking blessed. They're so fucking lucky. It's not fair. Jets fans suffer. We suffer and suffer and suffer. Patriots go from the greatest quarterback ever, and find his replacement within 5 years. Unbelievable. Patriots are legit. They're going to be a playoff team. Plus, their schedule is so cupcake. So they're definitely going to be a playoff team. As for the Titans, the season's over. You suck. I can't believe you even won one game. And that one game was gifted to you by the Cardinals. This team's worse than the Jets. I'm joking. Speaking of the Jets, next game, Panthers versus the Jets. What a horrible game. This Jets team is bipolar. They need to be diagnosed with bipolar disorder. When they play good defense, the offense disappears. Completely disappears. When they play good offense, the defense completely disappears. This Jets team is a fucking shit show. I can't keep doing this every week. It's every week. I know y'all like this. Y'all gonna laugh and y'all gonna joke and it's fun. It's all fun and games for everybody but me. When will it stop? I can't do it anymore. I can't. 13-6? Bryce Young gets injured? This was a winnable game. This was a game they actually could have won. A little bit of competence on the offense and the Jets would have won. But of course not. We can't be lucky like that. No. Fuck, is the camera shit? Fuck! This camera is so fucking dog shit. And so are the Jets. I have to crash out on everybody now. Jets are favored in this game. For what reason? Vegas keeps trying to lure us into these traps with the Jets, and I can't keep doing this. They get my hopes up, and I'm saying, this is going to be the week. It's been the week for 7 weeks in a row now. We can't do anything. We suck balls. And by the way, if you don't know, the Jets play Cincinnati Bengals next week or this week, whatever time you're watching this. Sleepy Joe Flacco is going to fucking cook us alive. Oh my God, Flacco is going to murder us. The man is going to literally pick us up and fucking tear us in shreds by himself. Oh, Jamar Chase is going to have a fucking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Put Sauce Gardner in witness protection, what Jamar is going to do to us. But whatever, we're skipping ahead. We're going to predict that game eventually. We have to talk about how bad this game was. No offense. Justin Fields is a bum. Me and you are better quarterbacks than Justin Fields. This guy sucks. He fully sucks. What is he doing? Look, Justin Fields does not turn over the ball. And I see there's a lot of debate about him or Tyrod, because we'll talk about Tyrod in a second. Justin Fields does not turn over the ball. Okay, fine, he doesn't turn the ball over, but the man holds it for 10 years in the pocket. He can't make a read. He's not a quarterback. He's a running back. He's a full-blown running back, and a pretty shitty running back at that. He can't make reads. He locks onto his first option, and just, if it's not there, he doesn't make the throw. And that's why his stat line is as bad as it is. They can't move the ball. You can't run efficiently because nobody is scared of your pass game. They're going to defend the run and stack the box every time. You can't run the ball. You can't throw the ball. What can you do? Punt the ball? And by the way, not only is Justin Fields to blame, he deserves a lot of the blame. But what also needs to go into consideration is the coaching staff. This coaching staff is dog shit. And I say this almost every year with the Jets, but this one is something else. Stop going for it. Aaron Glenn, stop going for it. Kick the fucking field goal. It's a long field goal, but at least you have a chance to put points on the board. Every time they go for it, they fail. They can't do shit. They can't run the ball. They can't do anything. Trade everybody. Trade everybody. Free Garrett. Free Brees. Free Jermaine Johnson. Free Will McDonald. Free Sauce, even though Sauce is low-key a bum as well. He's turned into a bum. I hate this. I hate it so much, guys. I honestly, it's becoming too much for me to handle. It is. I fell asleep during this game, by the way. That's how much I cared. I fell asleep during like the first quarter. It was a shit show. I couldn't watch it anymore. It was so bad. And then I turned it on thinking the Jets actually have a chance. They bench Justin Fields. I'm all excited thinking, okay, Tyrod. Tyrod played like shit too. But at least Tyrod was trying to throw the ball down the field. You see, with Tyrod's interceptions and Tyrod's shitty play, it was on plays that could have been long ball completions. His, long ball's not great, but at least it was there. Like if he threw it a little bit ahead of the receivers and the interceptions he threw, it could have been a touchdown. They could have won this game. This was a winnable game. The Panthers did not play lights out. Their offense did not do much. Honest to God, they did not do much. And their defense you can say was very good because obviously Jets scored 6 points. But I think it's not the Panthers defense. It's just how bad the Jets offense is. Jets suck. Oh, fuck! Oh, it fixed itself. I was going to say the camera was crashing out. I was going to fucking go crazy. I already went crazy. Oh my God. The Jets are so bad. I can't keep doing this every week. New York is suffering. New York is down bad. We're going to talk about the other New York team. New York is down bad. Fuck the Jets. I'm done. Good win for the Carolina Panthers. You guys are good. Bryce Young got injured, so that could be an area of concern. Next game, Eagles versus Vikings. Eagles come out on top in a pretty hard-fought matchup. I will say, though, Eagles look very, very good. Jalen Hurts did silence the doubters. I still think he's a bit of a bum, but when he wants to play, he can play, and was making those big, beautiful throws to AJ, to Devonta. He was making the right reads. Saquon played well. Overall, this Eagles team played very, very strong football on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. Vikings did climb back. I'm not going to lie. The defense could have played better, but Vikings are a solid team. Would the Vikings have won with JJ? Maybe. JJ McCarthy, not Jay Jetta, obviously. But, I don't know. This Vikings team is weird. They're injured, but they're not. It's tough. They're banged up, so I can't fully rate this Vikings team as a good team or a bad team because you don't know. We'll see when JJ comes back because Wentz is not the answer. Wentz is pretty average at best. Go win for the Eagles, a must-win bounce-back spot for them. That was the key. It was a must-win. They were on a 2-game losing streak. They needed to win this one, and they came in. They showed out. Good offensive performance from Jalen Hurts. I don't only hate on Jalen Hurts. I know I hate him a lot, but when he has a great performance, I give him the love he deserves. So go in for the Eagles. Maybe this is the start of a fresh new page for them. Maybe it's not. We'll see. If Vikings were healthy, it could have been a different game. But give credit where credit's due. Eagles played well. Next game. Next, we have one of the biggest belt-to-ass situations probably of the season thus far. Chiefs versus Raiders. The Chiefs were beating the Raiders so badly, Chris Jones was drinking vodka in the third quarter. That's how bad it was. It was like 31-zip, by the way, in the third quarter. They were just putting belt to ass. What does this tell me? The Raiders are dog shit. I'm so happy I didn't ride them because they are just absolute dog shit. Gino does not know what team he's playing for. Gino genuinely does not know what team he's playing for. But overall, it's not just Gino. The offensive line is not great. This Raiders team everywhere is just not great. Same old Raiders doing the same old shit. They suck. No one cares. Chiefs are back, man. This offense looks scary. Especially now Rashee Rice is back and running and faster than ever. As long as he's doing it on the field, not on the road. So yeah, the Chiefs look great. Raiders look like dog shit. That's the name of the game for this one. Do you really care what I have to say for this? I mean, Chiefs put belt to ass. Chiefs are pretty much the front runner to win the Super Bowl now because there's so much parity in the NFL. You don't know who's hot. You don't know who's not. Everyone's winning. Everyone's losing. Bills win a bunch and then they lose, right? Lions win a bunch and they lose. It's like Eagles are obviously, we're on a 2-game skid. So nobody really knows. But the Chiefs are the one team that you know for sure are going to do their thing. They're back. Offense is going to be competent again. Great win for the Chiefs. Put a bagel on the board for the Raiders. This is how you win games. And this is why the Chiefs are the Chiefs, simply put. Next game. Next, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Cleveland Browns. This game, I'll tell you, is interesting because as the week progressed, I felt bad that I didn't take Cleveland as an official play. That, I really thought to myself, this is a clear Cleveland win because the conditions favor Cleveland Browns. It's cold, it's windy, it's nasty. They run the ball efficiently, and Miami just sucks. Tua Tugboat Viagra is done for. He's done for. Sayonara, sayonara. He is shit. The man just keeps turning the ball over and over and over. It's an embarrassment. It's horrific. It was so bad they had to put in Quinn Ewers, and Quinn Ewers sucks. And by the way, they also have Zach Wilson on the team, which goes to show how much he sucks. Whoa, Dolphins are down bad. Dolphins are down so bad. This season is done for the Dolphins. They got so much work to do in this offseason. They got to tear that whole building down and completely rebuild from the start. New quarterback, new coach. I mean, a full rebuild with a new culture. As for Cleveland, I mean, this game fit perfectly for their style of play. Nasty, gritty, and rugged. You know, you run the ball efficiently in these cold conditions. Your defense does its thing, right? Everyone knows how good this Cleveland defense is. Probably top 5 in the NFL. And then you run the ball. Judkins is a beast. Judkins is a monster, by the way. He is such a monster. So great pick by Cleveland. I knew he was a monster since Mississippi. He shouldn't have never went to Ohio State. But whatever, he won a natty. We're not talking about this. Cleveland balled out. The turnovers were the name of the game, in all honesty. It wasn't that Cleveland's offense was this spectacular force. It was genuinely that they turned the ball over and over and over, constantly shut down the Dolphins from doing anything, and that's why they won 31-6. They wouldn't have won 31-6 had this defense not performed the way it did. Defense is the MVP of this game without a doubt. I don't even know how many turnovers they forced, but I think minimum 3, maybe even 4. Easy win for Cleveland. And my biggest mistake not taking them as an official play because as the game got closer and closer, there was 2 games. This one, another one. One was an official play and I regretted taking it, and I was right. And this one I regretted not taking, so next time I got to fire. But then again, my logic was you don't want to take Cleveland as a favorite, so it is what it is. Next game, we have the New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. Bears balled out again. I don't want to sit here and say like Bears are all that. They're very good, and they have shown to the world essentially that they are much, much better than last year. They're on a cute little winning streak, doing their thing. Will that matter? Maybe. Again, this isn't a test. You're beating the Saints at home by 14, no less, 12 points. It's a good win, but don't expect me to sit here and glaze the Bears because they did this. If they did it to a better team, fine. I want to see the Bears beat a good team, like a real good team. I'm not talking about Washington. Washington's mid this year, right? Not talking about Cowboys. Cowboys are too inconsistent, especially on the road. I want to see the Bears go into fucking Lambeau and beat like Packers or beat the Lions when they play them again. That's a win. If the Bears can start winning those type of games, they're legit. But credit where credit's due. Offense looks good. Caleb looks good with Ben Johnson. He's definitely improving this year. I don't think he's as big of a bust as I may have expected him to be last year, but I'm still not certain he's that top 10, top 5 quarterback everyone is making him out to be. Overall, good performance from the Bears. They're running the ball efficiently as well. Saints, I mean, up and down team. You expect them to lose these games. They're not really all that. What are you going to say for the Saints? As long as they keep it close, it's a fight. For Saints, they should be trying to cover the spread, not win the game. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Los Angeles Chargers. This was a trap game. And funny enough, public ate this week. The public won big this week. Heavy. Almost all the favorites won this week, and this was not one of them. But this was a very public underdog. Weird spread. It was like, why are the Chargers favorites against the Colts when the Colts have the hottest, most efficient offense in the NFL? And the Chargers are banged up. That's the reality. And it's not like a home field thing because Chargers home field advantage is not all that, right? It's not like one of those teams with monster home field advantage like the Bills or something like that. It doesn't matter for the Chargers. This was a trap game. And even though it was a trap game, the Colts still came out on top. I mean, full-blown domination. Look, call me crazy, and I know we live in a world where it's a quarterback MVP is a quarterback award, and the last non-quarterback MVP, if I'm not mistaken, would have been Adrian Peterson in 2012. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Jonathan Taylor is the MVP. The man has like 10 touchdowns. We're 7 weeks into the season. He has 10 touchdowns. This guy is balling. And if it's not Taylor, it should be Indiana Jones because this guy is fucking good. What happened to him? His aura is through the roof. I mean, holy shit. It's a New York thing. I told you guys about this before. It's very difficult to play in New York, and some of these dudes, small town dudes, can't handle it. If you're not used to all that pressure and all that attention, it can hurt you badly. Now you're in Indiana. Nobody gives a fuck about you because it's Indiana. No disrespect to my Indiana people, but it's not New York. And that's why he's doing this well. No pressure, no expectations, and boom. Look at them now. They're the front runners to win that division. Jaguars were the only real threat, and even then, Jaguars are dog shit. And Texans are horrible. Chargers, I feel, would have won this game had they been healthy. And that's the key. Obviously, I get Colts defense played lights out and Herbert wasn't all that. But Herbert is not the type of guy that you can just put the ball and he's going to do his thing. You need a strong O-line with Herbert and you need a run game. If the Chargers can run efficiently and take the load off of Herbert, that's when Herbert shines. They couldn't do that because of the injuries. Colts come into Los Angeles, put belt to ass on the Chargers. Colts continue to win. One of the best teams, if not the best team in the NFL. Debatable, but I mean, the way they're playing, they are. Team is cruising to winning their division and going to the playoffs. Great performance. As for the Chargers, they're on a bit of a skid, a pretty serious skid. The injuries, it's all it is. I can't rule them out because if the guys start coming back, running back, offensive linemen, it's a different story. But as of right now, they're falling off simply because of the injuries in a very tough division, right? Don't forget, Chiefs are the Chiefs and Broncos. Broncos are unbelievable. So good win for the Colts. Cash for your boy. Next we have, this game is a talking point. The New York Giants versus the Denver Broncos. I obviously know a lot of Giants fans, like a lot. Oh my God, they were on suicide watch after this one. I was getting texts left and right during this game. First, they're telling me, look at the Giants. They're so good. Unbelievable. Jackson Dart, Scatterboo, we're the new kings of New York, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, the confidence started getting less and less and less. And then it's full-blown crash out of my message. But you know what the worst part is with all these Giants fans? And I don't care if you're watching this and you know me. Bro, all of these Giants fans that are texting me, they all say the same thing to me when I'm kind of making fun of them and making fun of the collapse. They're like, at least it's not as bad as the Jets. At least it's not as bad as the Jets. And it's like, yeah, you're right. It's not as bad as the Jets, but this was a collapse of epic proportions. The Giants outplayed the Broncos the entire game. All 3 quarters. It was just full-blown domination. I think by the beginning of the 4th quarter, it was 19-0. 19-0. The Broncos offense could do absolutely nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing. And lo and behold, they wake up. It's 19-0. I think they score the touchdown. I think, convert the two as well. 19-8. And right after that, on a tip play, on third down, Giants go down and score, and making it would have been 26-8, something like that. And at this point, there's got to be 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter? And it's looking like it's going to be over. I'm already stopped watching this game. I was watching the other games. I think Packers and shit, because the Cowboys were also burning belts of ass. All of a sudden, and I mean all of a sudden, the Broncos offense just erupts. They score a touchdown, making it 26-16, somewhere in that range, I want to say. Then they go, and Jackson Dart makes the most boneheaded throw ever. So stupid. And you can argue that if he does not make that throw, they would win because of the time situation. But Jackson Dart, showing he's a rookie, makes an extremely poor rookie mistake. Throws a bad interception at his own side of the field, leading to another Broncos touchdown. It's 26-23 at this point. Broncos force a 3-and-out and go down and score another touchdown, making it 30-26. I'm thinking it's over. It's over. Giants cannot come back from this. It's a collapse of epic proportions. And the worst part is, you got a rookie quarterback who may not be ready for this situation. I'm wrong. And they drive down the field. Now, questionable calls. There was a pass interference that was very, very questionable. That Giants touchdown drive, the last one, was shaky. Very shaky. And I can see if you were a Broncos fan how you'd be pissed about that, because that pass interference in the end zone was a bit questionable. It was a good play by Riley Moss, I think it was. Whatever. All in all, whether it was because of the refs' help, because of the good drive by the Giants go down and score a touchdown. It's 32-30, and they missed the extra point. As they missed the extra point, the second one of the day, by the way, I don't know that kicker's name, it's a backup kicker, but Buddy is never going to show his face in New York ever again, because he might get executed on fucking Fifth Avenue. Look, I knew the Broncos were going to fucking do it. And more specifically because all this shit lined up because of Demaryius Thomas. It was like they were honoring Demaryius Thomas for this game. He was in the Ring of Honor. And there was so much shit, like the 33 seconds, 33 points. I forget, if you Google it, it was like weird shit. I don't really pay attention to that type of stuff. It's all bullshit and, luck. But they say the ghost of Demaryius Thomas was blessing the Broncos. No timeouts. They go down the field with ease. I want to say it was 2 big throws, plus added on an offside penalty on Brian Burns because he couldn't get back on their side of the field in time. They go down and score a pretty easy field goal, Lutz, right down the middle, to walk it off and beat the Giants. Jackson Dart, welcome to New York. Welcome to the disappointment that is being a New York sports fan. I'm not a Giants fan, and trust me, I would be losing it if I had Giants to win or I was a Giants fan. But this is just New York sports for you guys. We can't have anything good. We can't have anything good. And that's why the Giants lost this game, because New York just can't have anything good. Broncos. I don't know what to say about Denver. Are they good or are they bad? Because you have that spectacular fourth quarter where you score all 33 of your points, play fantastic defense for the most part. But on the flip side, you look like dog shit for the first 3 quarters. Was it the fact that they played in London the week prior and were a bit sluggish? Maybe. But again, how in the world do you allow the Giants to dominate you this badly that early? But then again, you wake up and ball out. So I don't know. I can't. Broncos are a good team, but this was a weird game. They didn't play well in this game. Don't sit here and say Broncos were all that. Giants just flat out choked. Giants choked and gave this game away as easily as they could. Good win for the Broncos. Heartbreaker for the Giants. This would have changed the entire momentum for the Giants team. They would have been coming off of a win versus the Broncos, coming off of a win versus the Eagles, and they had a win versus the Chargers earlier. This team would have been a legit threat in the NFC East, and now it just feels like all of that's been ripped apart. Their heart has been torn out of their chest. They should fire the defensive coordinator. Wow. bad loss for the Giants. This was horrible. Next game. Next, we have the Cowboys versus the Redskins. Cowboys put belt to ass. I knew it. Easy money, cash on the Cowboys. It was very clear that they were going to win this game without any sweat. They're a very good team at home. And most importantly, Redskins were without their top receivers. Debo was out. McLaurin's still out. It was going to be impossible for JD to beat a Cowboys team that's just on fire offensively. CeeDee Lamb doing his thing over and over again, even though he just came back from injury. Pickens is a dog. Pickens is a crash-out king, but he is a dog. This man makes the most rough, tough catches ever. Shout out Pickens, man. And overall, it wasn't ever really a game. It was close here and there, but Cowboys always felt like they had control of this one, and they outplayed Washington as easy as they could. JD gets injured here. Don't know how significant it is. Doesn't seem horrible, but doesn't seem super light. Mariota sucks. He threw a pick six. Yeah, go win for the Cowboys, man. I wish I could say more for this game because I actually watched more of this game than the Giants game, but this was just not memorable, right? It was Cowboys offense doing what Cowboys offense normally does, and Cowboys defense playing slightly better than they normally do. Overall, go win for the Cowboys. Good cash for your boy. I caught the Cowboys plus money, and I'll take plus money Cowboys at home all day. Washington is overrated this year, as much as I love JD, but it's a sophomore slump. We all knew it was going to happen. Next game, we have the Green Bay Packers versus the Arizona Cardinals. Pretty shit performance from Green Bay. I don't know what's going on with Green Bay. They're not like that anymore. They constantly struggle, and they just have not been able to find their rhythm after the early start that they had. Losses to Cleveland, tied with the Cowboys, and now this. They won this game, but it was like you barely squeaked it out versus Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals, who were on a nasty losing streak. All in all, they did win, so you got to give them credit for the win. But if I was a Packers fan, I'd be concerned. This team doesn't look as good as it's supposed to, especially defensively. The defense is supposed to be the anchor of this team with Micah Parsons, but it just doesn't feel that they're playing well enough to genuinely make a statement. And that's what's holding them back. They should have won this game easily. But they still won it. That's all that matters. Even if it was tough, even if they had to come back, they still won it. Cardinals! Look good, man. Jacoby Brissett better than Kyler? Maybe. Both games now. They lose, but they put up a real fight versus two very good teams. Brissett is like that. You got to give the Cardinals their flowers. This dude is nice, man. This dude is nice. But yeah, good, decent win for the Packers and tough loss for the Cardinals. It was hard fought, but you came up short again. They keep coming up short, by the way. Their margin of victory, or margin of loss, I should say, all these games that they have lost in the last, 5 weeks or so, are very low. It's not like the Cardinals are getting blown out. It's just they're falling short when it matters most. That's the reality. Next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons versus the San Francisco 49ers. This was Sunday Night Football, and this was a game I ended up regretting taking in general. It was a trap. It was obvious a trap. Falcons should have been favorites. And the fact that you had the Niners as the favorites in this game goes to show that Vegas was confident in laying the points with the Niners. Niners obviously being banged up. The defense was significantly hurt and hindered by injuries, but clearly they still managed to find a way and step up. Saleh is a fantastic DC. The guy is a shit head coach, but fantastic DC. And look how well he has this Niners defense playing. I mean, they held Atlanta to 10 points. This is this lethal Atlanta offense that the week prior was absolutely beating the shit out of the Buffalo Bills, Drake London and Bijan doing whatever the fuck they wanted. And they completely collapsed here. This is a great win for the Niners. The Niners just keep finding a way. It doesn't matter who is playing. They find a way to win. Mac Jones at quarterback. Bosa's hurt. Warner's hurt. Everybody's hurt. But they still come out on top. This Niners team is legit. If they were healthy, they'd be a number one team by far. By far. We'll see again if the injuries catch up to them. But every time I say it, it never does. Bad pick for me on the Falcons. I'll admit it. It was a bad pick. Falcons had no life out there. And by the way, I think it was third down and 14. And Falcons had 10 men on the field. And it was Raheem Morris's fault. He took blame for it. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Whose ass is fucking counting? There's got to be somebody counting. What kind of coaching is this? 10 men on the field on a crucial third down? What are you on, drugs? You got to do better than that. Falcons coaching might hold them back. But then again, Penix, this Falcons team is so inconsistent. They're either up or they're down, and it's they play so poorly at times and so well at times. You don't know what to expect from them. I would say it seems like a Cowboy situation where it's like a home versus away thing. Every time they're at home, they ball out. Every time they're away, they shit their pants. Or it could be the fact that Niners are just like that, which definitely could be taken into account. Good win for the Niners. Huge win. They stay on top of the NFC West. Sad for me because I kind of have Seahawks winning. But we'll see. The season is still long. A lot of things will happen. Good win for the Niners. Bad loss for the Falcons after a very big win the week prior. This really could have changed the Falcons season had they won this game. Next game, the first Monday night game, Buccaneers versus the Lions. This one, I mean, there was not much to say besides rest in peace Mike Evans' 1,000-yard streak. You know, the man broke his collarbone. It's done for. He's I don't want to say he's washed, but age is becoming a factor with him. And Baker did not play well whatsoever in this one, overthrowing balls to left and right. Couldn't make a throw over 20 yards. I think it was like 0 of 8. So yeah, this is all the whole Bucs offense was to blame here. But overall, Lions as well. Lions dominated this game. This score does not represent how badly the Lions dominated the Buccaneers. And the fact that the Buccaneers climbed into this game, it was like 9-14 at one point, was crazy. Because Lions just like completely outplayed Bucs on offense. The yard percentages and yard differences were just insane. Lions did whatever the hell they want. Gibbs with a monster performance. I think he had 200 all-purpose yards, a tud. I mean, the dude was just a superstar in this game. And all the other guys as well, the same, faces you expect from the Lions. Montgomery played decent. Amon-Ra was good. Laporta was good. Except the only one that was Jameson Williams. This dude was nowhere to be found. But still, you don't need him to be when you put belt to ass like this. Disappointing, they only scored 24. Again, they outplayed Bucs so badly that a 24-9 win is actually kind of disappointing. You would have expected more like a 40-9 win because they should have scored a lot more. They should have been a lot bigger lead. And they didn't, which should be concerning, but whatever. Lions bounced back after a tough loss from the Chiefs. Big Lions win. This Lions team is legit. I mean, you can't ever count them out, anything. They'll beat you however they want to beat you, and they've shown it time and time again. As for the Bucs, they're still a very good team. Losing Evans is huge, and you need Ibuka and Godwin to be healthy. Bucky as well. But it goes to show when you put pressure on Baker, he has his slip-ups. And you saw it in this game where Baker did not play all that well. The Lions defense had him in hell. That rhymes. Next game, final game, Texans versus Seahawks. I cash moneyed on the Seahawks -3. This was an easy Seahawks cover. Again, the score makes it seem like it was closer than it really was. It was like 12-27. Maybe at one point after it was like 14-0, Texans kind of clawed their way back in, but it almost felt like they were never in it. Sam Darnold is him, except that one fumble that was stupid as fuck. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Best receiver in the league, statistically? Maybe. Definitely top three. Maybe you can put like Jamar above him and like Jetta above him. But JSN is a baller. And Seahawks continue to win, continue to play well at home. I know they're usually better on the road compared to at home, which is weird. But still, they find a way to get it done no matter what. Good defense. The defensive line for the Seahawks team is very good. Stroud was in hell. They couldn't run the ball. They got stuffed at the goal line, I think twice. They got stuffed on 4th down. Seahawks played fantastic football here. This is why I genuinely believe they are a team that's going to win the NFC West, even though the Rams and the Niners are playing well. Darnold is him. JSN is him. And this Seahawks team is built to perfection. I think a clear-cut playoff team. As for the Texans, they're not bad, but their number one weakness is the reason they're losing games, and that's the O-line. Stroud does not have any time to make the throws he needs to make. They can't establish a run game, and that just completely shuts down the Texans on both sides because it tires out the defense. The defense is very good, but eventually they gas out because they're on the field so much. That's the reality. This season, I think, is kind of washed for the Texans. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year, but if they rebuild their O-line and have an efficient O-line, this team is very dangerous and very scary. I still have faith in CJ Stroud. I still think he's very good and will be able to return to that level of play that he had two seasons ago during his rookie year when Texans made that improbable run. Good win for the Seahawks. That's what matters. That was my recap of Week 7 in the NFL season. Let me know your thoughts down below on my recap. Let me know your thoughts down below on some of these upsets, winners, whatever you guys got. Maybe you guys hit a parlay. Let me know. Stay tuned for more content coming soon. Stay sexy.